Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Hootie hoo. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, we gonna get in this motherfucking hoe. Hell yeah. Can we all just get along? You know what I'm saying?
Trying to live like a rapper, I'm in the wind, sipping in, counting ends, sliding up on bitches and got them hopping in. Not again. Yeah, friend, and it might be yours. I'm going in and out of town, but it's a brand new horse. I lace the rocks and I earn new courses. But I'ma push a super hard line with force. Put fire under her ass like a goddamn torch. They keep burning up the blocks until this motherfucker scorch. And still don't stop. Keep rolling till the wheels gon' pop. And choke a
bitch to the pickery drop, nigga. Burn rubber on me.
The streets don't just someone up to this tree. Our foundation is the family. Everybody know we bomb like World War III.
Can we all get along?
The streets don't just someone up to this tree. Our foundation is the family. Everybody know we bombing in the PCP.
Nationwide now, along with this.
Yeah, I just have to bump that real quick. Can we all get along? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so, man. I don't think so, man, because it's I don't think we, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we can, man. I don't think some people want to get along. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about some of these these little YouTube channels out here. You know what I'm saying? They gotta have these beefs. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's kind of, you know, looking like to me. Like, damn, it's right back in the same position. Like they want to have these beefs. They gotta have these beefs because without these beefs, nobody would be coming to their channel watching their shows. You know what I'm saying? They feeding off misery. It's kind of like when you get on, you know, TV and stuff like that, and you hear these grown ass motherfuckers talking about love and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? These reality TV shows. You know, some of these motherfuckers around here, man, that's all they know is misery and hate. You know what I'm saying? And they don't. Hold on, texting. That's all they know and shit, man. Is hate. You know, making money off the backs of other motherfuckers because they can't go out there and put 10 toes to the concrete, run up the motherfucking hill and bring that shit back. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good because we already here, baby. We already here strong. You know what I'm saying? One subscriber at a time. It's all good though. And what I'm seeing of lately is like, you know, just as soon as I log in, you know, YouTube, I'm seeing channels as soon as I don't even got to search for them no more. They right there. And as soon as I come on, they already, you know, attacking the LDBC on a constant basis because this is how they get their bread. The LDBC is their money maker. You know what I'm saying? They can't do nothing. You know, of course, they ain't talking about people like me. They talking about, you know, people that got, you know, 10, 20, 30,000 subscribers. You know what I'm saying? They talking about them cats on the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? They talking about the cats because you can't tell me as a boxing fan, you can't tell me as a UK boxing fan that you ain't gonna turn and listen to Fanon. You ain't gonna turn and listen to Trill Boxing Talk. You ain't gonna turn and listen to World Breaking Friday. You can't tell me that. You everywhere you look on YouTube, LDBC is right there. It's right there. It's this smack in front of your face, and you can't even run from it. And the reason why you can't run from it, because deep down inside you love it. You love the LDBC. Deep down inside you love the LDBC. You know what I'm saying? You like the way the words come out of niggas' mouths. You like the way niggas come up on it. Sorry. You like the way people come up on the thing. You know what I'm saying? They looking all good. They talking about positive things. They helping you build your wealth and everything, helping you build your YouTube channel. They connecting with people and stuff like that. And you taking that and you running it back and you taking that same shit that they doing and you running that back to your fans. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time is you turning it with you putting a little sling on it. You flipping it. You over there talking about we over there hating on y'all. You know, how was AJ ducking and we a bunch of idiots for thinking that we ducking. You know, you ain't checking your fans for saying racist shit. You know what I'm saying? You got some of these YouTube channels out there that's talking about people's kids and shit like that, and posting pictures of people's kids and shit like that. But you would sit up over there and still put them on a live. You won't kick them off your channel. You won't say this shit is not acceptable. And you will keep that shit up. You know, the only reason why you would keep that shit up is because if you kick this person, you're gonna lose subscribers, and you know this. Many of channels has been through it. Many of channels have tried to switch up their itineraries, try to switch up their game and stuff like that. Come to find out, their fans didn't want to hear it. The fans that you got right now, the fans that a lot of these cats got right now on YouTube, their fans don't want to hear nothing else but bullshit. What's up, Laws Dawkins? They don't want to hear nothing else but bullshit. And then right when you switch it up, they gone overnight. Gone. They either not gonna be gone overnight, but they're gonna be gone soon. It's happened to a few channels. The last channel that happened to was Wrecked by McGregor. He had said some shit about, you know, Anthony Joshua, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers left. And then he started talking about committing YouTube suicide. You know what I'm saying? And that shit happens because when y'all motherfuckers out there being fake constantly on YouTube, you ain't gonna last in the long run. You're gonna have some bumps and bruises. You're gonna get some bumps and bruises when you ain't being real. You know, it takes out a lot. It takes a lot out of you lying. Coming up with different ways on how to switch this up, how to flip this story. You know, take one story and put your own little fucked ass twist to it. But that's all good though. I say you getting your money, but all money ain't good money. And I ain't all about motherfuckers. Oh well, he get, at least he get money though. I ain't on that. My tip is all money ain't good money. And just because you're making money don't mean that that's healthy. Don't mean that's conducive. Yeah, people want to say, okay, yeah, he got his own niche, you know, and he's flourishing and all that stuff. And you can't be mad on another dude for making money. You can't be mad at people for making money off the backs of other people under false pretense. You can't be mad at some of these politicians out there making money off of false pretense. Hell, we out here, we can't even file taxes. We can't even file taxes, and God knows, and nobody knows when we'll be able to file taxes. And then when we're able to file taxes, they probably tell us to refile again, and then there's going to be a 6 months to a year backlog. And then the following year tax is going to be all fucked up because probably people didn't file, and they filed an amendments because they didn't file for the previous year, and then they got these problems, so it's going to be all fucked up. So right now, what we going to come into as a thing called no taxation without representation. The same thing with some of these guys on YouTube do. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up over there, not giving you nothing. Not giving you nothing. How you on YouTube and you got all these subscribers and everything, and then you want to, but you making it off the back of everybody else, and you're not giving your fans nothing. You ain't even helping your fans. Because that shit that you doing, you ain't doing nothing but hurting boxing. See, because the whole thing that can we all get along goes and correlates to us as boxing fans checking these motherfuckers out there, these promoters and these fighters out there to give the fights that we want. Not going back and forth with who ducking who. Not going back and forth with who's supposed to get paid what, who's the A side. Who does X amount of pay-per-views? Who's known more? Who's more popular? Who got the Under Armour? Who got the Under Armour thing? Who got the Everlast thing? It ain't all about that. What it's coming down to with 2019, it looked like it's going to be a repeat of 2018, and y'all motherfuckers out there doing the same thing. Ain't doing nothing for boxing. You ain't doing a damn thing. Okay, some of you fighters out there want to talk, okay, I give it to y'all. Y'all talk about some of these young cats coming up. Y'all talk about some of these other fighters, that's these prospects that's coming up. I give you that. But in the long run, in the scheme of all this stuff, when you got these promoters putting fans against fans, when you got these fighters putting fans against fans, when you got these YouTubers putting fans against fans, where do you fit in on this? Where do y'all fit in this fan versus fan thing? Because y'all can't do nothing but keep it up. You can't spread the facts that you do spread. They half-ass facts. The news articles that you do talk about, you spin it and talk and take it in one way. How you gonna say one guy is ducking but not say why? Then say, what is the other guy thinking? Why wouldn't he take this fight? Well, he wants to fight this guy. Well, his pay-per-view numbers did pretty good, equal my man's. Well, DAZN ain't gonna make as much money as Showtime. Well, it's facts. The proof is in the motherfucking banana pudding, like old boy said when Deontay Wilder knocked that homeboy out. The proof is in the banana pudding. Even though that kind of was like, I know he black, I know he like it, but come on, bro. But anyways, yeah, I got one of these little watermelon Rita. Watermelon margarita. Got about 8% alcohol content in this hoe. Hell yeah. It's decent. I didn't go to the store, so I just found something in there. I could have had some I think there's some Maker's Mark. There's some Maker's Mark in there, and then there's some other type of shit. I don't drink that shit, but worst come to worst, I ain't got nothing else. I'm gonna get a sip. Yeah, but back to what I was talking about, man. That's can we all get along? You know what I'm saying? Can we all get along for the better good of boxing? I know that all of us can't get along because some people have, habitual line steppers and they have crossed the line. You know what I'm saying? With some of the shit they said, attacking people's families and shit. But at the end of the day is, man, like Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. We can get along with that to make, to push these guys to get this fight going. But of course, we're going to wait for the Tyson Fury fight first. Crawford and Spence. That's what everybody want to see. Pressure these motherfuckers to make that fight. Some of these cats over here talking about Lomo and Tank. Push these motherfuckers to make that fight. But the thing about it is that if you take the blueprint of the LDBC, you understand the reason why I'm saying, can we all get along for the better good of boxing? Because the LDBC is strong. You can say 300 strong if you want to, because there probably is 300 motherfuckers either between behind the scenes and behind the scenes helping the LDBC behind the scenes and making videos. It's probably 300 strong plus. The LDBC reaches out. People hear the LDBC. These boxing promoters, look, these boxing promoters, they hear what the LDBC is saying. These fighters hear it. Y'all YouTubers out there, y'all can't help but to hear it. You can't help it. As soon as you log on, boom, boom. LDBC. It starts at like 5 o'clock in the morning, live. Ends at like 1, sometimes 2 o'clock a.m. live. Sometimes on a good day, you don't get no breaks. It's straight up goddamn damn near 8 hours of full LDBC live content. Can't even go fucking 8 hours. And then in between that, people dropping videos throughout the whole motherfucking day about boxing, trying to make boxing better, pushing the whole narrative of best fighting the motherfucking best. But then you got these motherfuckers over here that can't help themselves. They don't care about the best fighting the best, because the only thing they care about is they fighter making another fighter bend at the knee in negotiations. The only thing they care about is talking about how much belts they fighter got within X amount of time, who he fought within X amount of time. They don't talk about what's happening now. What's happening now? Talk about all that shit in the past. Okay, fine. He got some shit. He did some good shit. Okay? Let's not lie. He did some good shit. All that shit in the past. But it's 2019. What's happening? What have you done for me lately? Do 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 do. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to hear all this shit. Are you gonna keep up with this shit all the way through 2019? Going into 2020, going into 2021, the same shit. Y'all gonna keep doing the same shit, doing the Deontay Wilder's greatest hits, the shit that happened way in the past. Oh, look, he got a bronze medal. Look, that guy way back, he knocked Deontay Wilder down. He knocked him down. Oh, look at this. He ain't fought nobody. Look. He fought old man Ortiz. Look. He fought Tyson Fury thinking he was going to cherry pick. Look. But he want to fight him again. But we all stuck in the past. You see what I'm saying? You can't talk about one thing and not talk about the other. Like I keep saying. I said it already in the video, but I'm gonna say it again. You can't say Deontay Wilder is ducking Anthony Joshua without saying that Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury fight was close. And then some of you guys would say Deontay Wilder lost. So if you saying Deontay Wilder lost that fight, why should Deontay Wilder fight AJ? Why shouldn't he fight Tyson Fury so they could both settle this score? Because it don't matter what I think who won that fight or whatever or if the ref took too long to make the count. It don't matter what you think. If Deontay Wilder got schooled, he got beat post to post. BoxRec got it as a motherfucking draw. The WBC has the fight as a motherfucking draw. That's the only thing that counts. That's the only thing. Because at the end of the day, you can't pick and fucking choose when you're going to follow the spreadsheet and when you ain't going to fucking follow the spreadsheet. You can't pick and choose that when it's convenient for you. Because you don't want to deal with all the fuckery. You see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, every day you come on, they fucking wicked, man. Every time you come on YouTube, all you see. And I ain't clicking on their motherfucking videos no more. I'm not. I haven't. The only thing I've been watching, I watched the Boxing Voice. I watched the Boxing Voice today. Damn, I better not poke a hole in these goddamn pads on this beat machine. I keep hitting it with this damn pen. Yeah, it's okay. I keep hitting it with the damn pen. Yeah, I was watching the Boxing Voice with Lou DiBella. You mean to tell me you would listen to Frank Warren when he said the 50% was coming from him? He didn't say all of it. He didn't say how much, but he said the 50% was coming from him. You can listen to that, but you can't listen to anybody else. You can't listen to none of these other promoters and take their word for it like you took his. Oh, you took Frank Warren's word for it because it was convenient for you. It was convenient for you to take that BT Sports bullshit and say, well, see, look, Anthony Joshua can't fight on BT Sports. He got an agreement with Sky. Yeah, but Sky can do whatever the fuck they want. They can be like, okay, that's cool. We could do it on both. Or, nah, we're not going to do that. We don't like BT. But at the end of the day, maybe Frank Warren was putting up some of that money because he was going to make some fucking free money. It's called something called fucking interest. It's called interest. You mean to tell me you're going to give somebody money for free? You give them, okay, a quick loan, knowing down well. No, look, Frank Warren could have been like, I give you, okay, y'all raising money for this. I give y'all $5 million and I want 500,000. Or I want 200,000. Right? They don't come up with that. They don't pay him. He sues and get it. And if they ain't got the money, it's gonna come out that ass. They're gonna have to, PBC was gonna have to sell some shit. And that's point blank, period. And guess what? It would have been good for DAZN. That would have been good for other promoters in America for the PBC to default on an agreement. Because that'd be less money they have to do for fights. If he's gonna give him 50 million with 50% of the back end, and it didn't do 50 million, he got his money. The PBC in the hole. You know what I'm saying? That goes like I keep saying. Like, can we all get along? You can't fuck with the LDBC with the facts, and that's a fact. Playboy. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all got the zone. We got Showtime on our time when we feel like paying for it. You know what I'm saying? Just like y'all want to pay for that little old, what is it? Y'all don't pay for Sky. Y'all pay for Sky Sports out there. Almost everything is a motherfucking pay-per-view. You see what I'm saying? 10 fights, that's $100. That's 100 euros plus the tax. You see what I'm saying? You following me? We get these motherfuckers as Deontay Wilder fans, they paying $75. They paying $75 plus an additional $10. So that's like $80 because he only fights twice a year. And it was and some people won't even pay a pay-per-view unless Deontay Wilder is on it. Unless a big name fighter is on it. You see what I'm saying? So some of these cats only pay $80. And some of them didn't even pay that. Are you following me? How much money you pay up over there for fights? From between Sky Sports, BT, and now you got ITV back up in there. Don't think they ain't gonna charge you. Don't think they ain't gonna charge you. Because eventually, if you think about that, goes back to, can we all get along? I don't hear anybody say anything bad about Al Heyman going over there to the UK. I don't hear anybody saying he won't be able to do a good job. I don't hear anybody saying that he ain't gonna be able to do the dates because he ain't talking shit. He's too busy building bridges, it seems. He's too busy. That's what it seems like. Back to what I said. Can we all get along? You ain't got to be all up in the videos. You ain't got to be all up in the ring after your fighter wins. You ain't got to be all up on the Twitter, all up on YouTube. All you got to do is promote and get along. Because if you can't do both of those, nobody gonna get along with you. You're gonna be sitting back with the gear in the rear, holding your nuts, dick hold. Look, that's all you're gonna be doing. Like back here, when I was growing up, a lot of them gangbangers and shit, they sit on the motherfucking corner, drinking outside the goddamn store, holding a damn dick. Just dick hold. That's what Eddie Hearn's gonna end up doing if he can't get along with some of these promoters out here. If you can't get along with some of these damn fighters out here. If you can't get along with some of these boxing fans out here. That's what he's gonna be doing. Dick hold. You know? But it's all good though. Because hopefully, I keep saying it, but I am hoping that 2019 good though is not gonna be a repeat of 2018. With me having to do all this bickering back and forth with people on YouTube because I can't get enough of some of the bullshit they be saying. And I just make a video. I know they probably listen to some of it, but not all of it. Make a video real quick just to let them know. I hear you. And I know you're full of shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't get mad at me for making a video and doing that. Because some people, they see the trolls, they know they're a troll. They all up in their live video talking that shit. But giving them then to give them the attention that they don't fucking deserve. So don't get mad at me for doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad at me for doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to call out bullshit when you see it. You know? I'm not mad. I'm not mad at you if you don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? No, because the whole thing about it is that it goes back to the can we all get along thing. I'm a rational person. I'm a motherfucking rational person. I understand where you're coming from when you saying what you got to say. I might not agree with it, but I understand it. Now, some of these YouTube channels out here, they understand it, but the way they come off when they speak, they don't agree with it. and they don't understand it. Are you following me? That's what they do on a constant motherfucking basis. Like, this guy got a title, Anthony Joshua is ducking no matter whatever. I ain't even gonna click on it. But anyway, it says, damn, I can't even see it because you got to elongate it. I don't care if the I don't look at this point, fuck it. I don't give a fuck. If you think Deontay Wilder's ducking, go back to the previous videos. Go on BFTB channel, tell them that Deontay Wilder's ducking. Go on all these other YouTube LDBC channels and go tell them that Deontay Wilder is ducking. Go tell them. Matter of fact, you go tell your favorite, you go tell sporting icons that that Deontay Wilder is ducking. You go tell Sean Newton that Deontay Wilder is ducking. You go tell some of them. Because at this point, man, when you know the truth, you know, I don't care no more. I don't care if you think he's ducking. I seriously don't care. You know, especially after the Lou DiBella interview on the Boxing Voice, he laid it out. The motherfucker said, I smelled bullshit as soon as they came in the door. I smelt it. I smelt it on them. I knew they wasn't gonna make the fight. And then World Breaker Fighting made a video. He had some expired. He put a little. I don't know if he did it, but somebody put it on there. And the lady, Anthony Joshua had some expired pussy lips right here. You know, because they looked fucked up. They looked dry, old, wrinkly. You know what I'm saying? And he even said it like, oh, damn, I forgot what I was about to motherfucker say. Maybe this goddamn drink. This motherfucker might be strong. Hey, you know what I'm saying? He even said it like, you can't stop him. Oh, you can't stop him. Hey, what up, Laws Dawkins? You out there, baby boy? I'm about to get up off real quick. Oh, hold up. So, WBN World Boxing News put out an article today. It says Anthony Joshua, is it Dillian Whyte at Wembley or Jarrell Miller at Madison Square Garden? Written by Phil J. I mean, I'm not even going to read this article because there's no need to read the article. You know, it's evident. It's evident. Nobody out here on YouTube right now can say 100% without a shadow of a doubt, 100 A1 that Anthony Joshua is fighting Dillian Whyte next, or that Anthony Joshua is fighting Jarrell Miller at Wembley. At Madison Square Garden, MSG. Nobody can. Nobody know what this dude gonna do next. And that's what the shit I'm talking about. What does it mean if Anthony Joshua fights Dillian Whyte at Wembley? What does it mean if Anthony Joshua fights Jarrell Miller at Madison Square Garden? What does that exactly mean? Are you following me? What does that exactly mean? Is Anthony Joshua fighting Dillian Whyte a good thing? Yes, it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the boxing fans out there in the UK. But it's not what the US people going to want to watch necessarily. Some people would watch. Now, Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Miller at Madison Square Garden. Some people would say he should have been over here and he should have been fought in the US. He should have brought his charisma over here. His Nigerian descent. He's from the UK. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different look for some of these cats up over here. Some of these fans up over here. Then when you get on TV, start running his mouth, some of these women might like this shit. But at the end of the day, after it's all said and done, which one's better for Matchroom Boxing? Which one's better is for DAZN? because Matchroom Boxing and DAZN plays a part in both of those two fights. Matchroom Boxing has a contract with DAZN. Now, if we're talking about Jarrell Miller at Madison Square Garden versus Anthony Joshua, you know what I'm saying, April 13th or around that date or whatever, it might be a good look for both sides. It'll get DAZN a couple of more viewers, maybe a couple of more revolving subscribers and stuff like that. It really helped them out. And also it'll really make it seem like Matchroom Boxing is doing everything and anything that they can to help the agreement out, make money, actually do what they supposed to be doing with that agreement. Because if Anthony Joshua does not fight over here in America, DAZN will start getting the feeling that, hey man, this guy Eddie, he's not doing right by our agreement. He hasn't brought his cash cow over here. We bought the biggest pay-per-view star in America. You guys have the biggest pay-per-view star over there in the UK. And he's supposed to be known more worldwide. He's supposed to be known worldwide more than, Deontay Wilder, allegedly. Why can't he fight over here in the US? Why don't you want to make the fight over US? What have you been offering these guys? What have you been doing to try to make these fights? Are you following me? And this is what is going to start happening. It's going to start happening pretty soon. Because I wouldn't care if Anthony Joshua fought Jarrell Miller or Dillian Whyte. I really don't care about those two fights. Even though I'm starting to like Dillian Whyte more and more each day. But the fact of the matter that still remains is that are we going to see the Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua fight? Are we going to see the Deontay Wilder versus Fury fight? Are we going to see the Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury fight? Are we going to see the heavyweight deadly triangle fight each other in 2019? And that goes with all the rest of these weight divisions. Are we going to get the best fight? Are we going to get the best fight and the best? Or are we just going to get a whole bunch of bullshit that don't mean nothing? Oh, my bad, Laws. Yeah, still here, bro. They both pointless fights to me. Yeah, they both pointless fights, Laws. And it's sad though. And the real reason why it's sad is because if Deontay Wilder, if Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury can fight, and do good numbers, bring in some money, ticket sales, maybe possibly ticket sales in the UK are pretty good too. If they can do all of that, don't you think that did something good for heavyweight boxing? Don't you think that, okay, wow, that kind of was refreshing as far as heavyweight boxing is concerned? That's kind of refreshing, right? So why wouldn't you want to hold up. What the fuck is coming through the That's why I gotta fix this it's coming through my damn iMac speakers, man. I gotta fix this. It sounds like it is. Oh. That's why right there. That's why. That's what was going on. So like I was saying, my speakers was on the whole time, but that's okay because they play real time. So because I got to go through my little PreSonus thing. So damn, forgot what I was about to say. Forgot what I was saying. But anyways, that's the shit that we looking at, man. We looking at all these guys that's supposed to be fighting each other in 2019, but I don't think that's what we're going to get. I think we're not. I know for a fact we're not going to get the the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder 2019. And that's not because of Dominic Brazil. It's all going to be because of Anthony Joshua. It's all going to be because of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was turning down Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua can't even give Tyson Fury a decent contract. Can't even give him. Can't even get to him. Because they feel, damn, I got a dislike, man. Holy shit, I got a dislike. Yeah, that's better than nothing. Yep. Lars Dawkins said we will probably only get one of them fights you just mentioned this year. Yeah, we probably only get one. And it's sad though. And the only reason why we'll be able to only get one because of pride. Because of people's pride. And I seriously think that my opinion on those negotiations, it kind of seemed like Eddie Hearn Eddie Hearn thinks, that's Eddie Hearn's game, the negotiations and stuff like that. And I think that, to him, he wants people to show face and be like, yeah, we know you got 3 belts and stuff like that. Okay, we take the less money. We'll take that. Like, dude, you're not, like I keep saying, you're not going to make this money without Deontay Wilder or Tyson Fury. You're not. That little bitty old Dillian White fight, that little bitty old Jarrell Miller fight, that's not going to make as much money as Tyson Fury, Anthony or Deontay Wilder. You're not going to get that bread. That bread that you're going to get is going to be just enough to get by. It's going to be just enough to break even. There ain't going to be no, Anthony Joshua just broke some numbers. How you going to be the billionaire, a billionaire? How do you want to become a billionaire, but you don't want to do billionaire moves? You don't want to do billionaire moves. You don't want to. How y'all going to keep coming up over there bringing up Deontay Wilder only got X amount of dollars for this fight. Well, Deontay Wilder only got, he offered him $12 million with a rematch clause. No, it wasn't a rematch clause at first. And no, it never, and still today it's not a rematch. It's a 2-fight deal. We don't know what that means. We don't know what a 2-fight motherfucking deal from Eddie Hearn means. And I'm not going to sit over here and pretend like I know what the fuck it means. Saying a rematch clause and saying a 2-fight deal is not the same thing. There's a reason why somebody would choose not to use the term, in my opinion, rematch clause. There's a reason. There has to be a reason, because there's 2 different words. There's 2 different words. Rematch clause goes into the whole avenue of immediate. You know what I'm saying? Within 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, or whatever. It has criteria. 2-fight deal could, in my opinion, could be like you fight him and then you fight another guy. Or you fight him and then you fight him again when we fucking feel like it. It's not 2 rematch clauses like, yeah, we coming back up next. That's what the fuck it means. That's exactly what the fuck it means. Like, we gonna run that back. So all that stuff that people over there talking about, rematch clause and Deontay Wilder dunking and Anthony Joshua. Look, let's just put it like this. Let's just put it like this. Let's just put it like this. This is a hypothetical. Deontay Wilder has 2 belts. Anthony Joshua has 2 belts. Anthony Joshua does 25 million in pay-per-views. Deontay Wilder does 25 million in pay-per-views. And they both do the same amount of gate, because they don't charge as much over there in the UK for the tickets as they do over here. So they both generate the same amount of money, give or take 5 to 6 million. Right? And Matchroom Boxing brings a whole company up over here, sets up shop, creates a LLC or LTD, whatever, creates something. And then gets in touch with a broadcaster like DAZN. Who has more to lose? Who has more to gain? Matchroom Boxing, they have more to lose and more to gain from this thing. They have it all. If AJ lose, he ain't coming back over here no more. He ain't coming back over here no more. no time soon. Even if you do, it'd be a rematch, and it'd be a repeat, and it'd be a wrap. And if Deontay Wilder wins or loses, you're gonna have the same amount of motherfucking fans. We ain't going nowhere. So what the fuck is you talking about? Laws Dawkins said, when do you think that AJ will announce his next opponent, Mike? Let me tell you something, Laws. About that, homie. I don't even know, bruh. It's see, I hold up. Me thinking, yeah, right there. Me thinking about this and stuff like that. And when it comes to Eddie Hearn, you can't, you don't know what you don't know what this guy is doing. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you do know what he's doing is a bunch of smoke and mirrors. You know, it ain't WYSIWYG. It ain't what you see is what you get. You know what I'm saying? The hand is always quicker than the eye. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, with this whole announcement thing and stuff like that, and not announcing it now, you know, Matchroom Boxing and his employees can announce AJ's next opponent anytime they want to. They could have been done this. But at the same time, is if you know that Deontay Wilder ain't negotiating with you because he don't want to give it to your terrorist demands, because you guys, the same respect that you want Deontay Wilder to give you is the same respect that you won't even give him. And then you're over there shopping the Frank Warren and them, and I don't really trust him. He could be doing, because I'm not on, you know, it's a bias thing. You know, I don't, whatever, man. Frank. Then you got Frank Warren over there, you know, telling AJ what time it is and blah blah blah. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 50 everything. You know what I'm saying? And he don't even want to do that. And they don't even want to do that. So you mean to tell me your walls are closing in on you? Are you waiting for Deontay Wilder? Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury? Like, which one's going to give in first to take this Wembley date, so they can get a nice paycheck and possibly 3 belts? Is that what you waiting on? Are you waiting on somebody giving into your demands so you can sell them 3 belts off of AJ? Or are you waiting on to try to see the when the Jarrell Miller and White, who should you fight? You know what, to tell you the truth, I think AJ should fight Jarrell Miller in Madison Square Garden, and that'll just be that and that's a business, and that's just on a business tip. And the businessman, that's just on a business tip. I'm like, how can you bring you can't sit over here and talk gangster and all this shit and not bring the zone up over here, man. You have to. I see you, Laws. I'm gonna say it. You have to. You got to bring your cash cow over here. And I'm not saying to bring them over here to get swindled by some rats or something like that, but you got to bring them over here to fight, homie. Like, you can't bring Matchroom and the zone up over here and not bring your mans over here. You know, the zone got to eat just like you. You know, if you want your fighter to get some of this American pie, how is he gonna get it if he never come up over here? I know today, you know, it's the age of the social media and all that stuff, but nobody know who your mans is. Nobody know who he is. They see it. They see his face. They be like, "Oh, you must be some football player." Some American football. Laws Dawkins P said, "Wish we had the heavyweight fighters from the '90s. There was so much better than the heavyweights of today." Laws Dawkins also said, "What do you think of Daniel Dubois? Do you think Frank would do anything good with him, Mike?" You know, if they had some of them, let me tell you something. If they had some of them cats from the '90s fighting today, I seriously think that AJ and Eddie Hearn wouldn't be they wouldn't have been walking around New York like they was. If they had them cats out there like that in the 90s, talking that shit like that, no, they would have been walking around New York. They wouldn't have been, Tyson Fury would not have been walking around LA talking shit. Nope. Somebody would have ran up on him. I'm telling you, somebody would have been waiting for Eddie Hearn, especially when they know it's a lick. Like, you know, motherfucker got money, something to steal, something, you know, get up off of him. It'd have been a wrap. You couldn't do that in the 90s. You couldn't do that in the 90s. Somebody and then going around acting like AJ, somebody would have been fucking slapped the fire out of his mouth. Somebody would have tested his gangster. You know what I'm saying? You can't have these dudes that get hit in the head for a living. You know, blah blah blah. Somebody, you can't. They're not sane. You can't tell me that some of these professional boxers, all these professional boxers are lucid, like they're saying. It ain't happening. Not. Daniel DeBalls. Now back to him. I don't know about him, man. Like he needs to become more mobile, man. You can't like one style that I don't really like to see in the heavyweight division is more of like, you know, this rocking back and forth, side to side, walking around the ring. You know what I'm saying? And just trying to use your hands, you know, using the gloves as a guard all the time and just standing still in front of your opponent. Like, you know, Daniel DeBalls, it looks like, you know, he has athleticism and stuff like that. Like he can move, he's agile. It looks like he can move on his feet and stuff like that. But those robotic punches, man, it ain't happening. It ain't happening in this day and age. It ain't happening, you know. And then what did you say, Laws? You said something else. You said Fat Dusty Miller and AJ needs to be in America. It won't sell over here in the UK because Miller is not. Yeah, Miller ain't known, man. I'm right along with you. But the thing about I think he need to go and fight Fat Dusty next, man. I think he need to go and fight him next. And the reason why I think that Jarrell Miller should fight AJ next at Madison Square Garden is because it only makes more business sense. You know what I'm saying? If the zone is pushing up all this money into they're helping you push your fighters, it's only fair that you give back. And not only that it's just that you have to. Dude needs to show that he's trying. He's not showing that he's trying to negotiate. He's not showing that he's trying to make these fights, and he's not showing that he's trying to sell the zone. Are you following me? Because I'm pretty sure the zone don't really know about how to match make and stuff like that, and blah, but they learning. I know they ain't just sitting there. I know they learning. I know they just ain't sitting there watching Eddie Hearn. They learning. You know, so it is what it is, man. It's just like, you know, today, you know, I'm just on, can we all get along? You know, can we all motherfucking get along? Like, we don't need to be doing all this back and forth arguing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? It gets tiring. You know what I'm saying? All we need to do is just try to, you know, push these agendas and try to make these fights. You know what I'm saying? Any boxing YouTube, you know, personality channel, whatever you want to call them, can sit up over there and make a video without talking down to another channel and stuff like that to say, hey, best fight the best. Stop with the bullshit. Or if it's not best fight the best, give the fans what the fuck they want. Because sometimes, you know, best fighting the best does not always correlate to the best fighter fighting the best fighter. You know, so that's just me, man. I just think that, you know, cut all this bullshit out and this come together like butt cheeks and it starts socking it to these motherfucking promoters in some of these fighters' pockets. That's what we need to do. Start socking it to their pocket, because until we do, we're gonna keep getting repeats of 2018, 2017, 2015, and so on. If everybody know that that boxing has been on decline over there in UK, and now it's it's going back up and stuff. But if the boxing is still kind of teetering over here in the US and everybody know it, why everybody fighting each other? Why does everybody need to fight each other if that's the case? Because it's obvious that if we're doing this year after year, day after day, it's obvious that if we're doing this, obviously we're doing something wrong. Because we the one who pays these motherfucking, we the ones who keep these lights on. You know what I'm saying? We the ones who keep these lights on. Lost Dog and Peace said, yes, sir, I agree. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right too, homie. You know what you talking about out there. You know, we the ones who pay these motherfucking lights, and we don't even get that respect. We don't even get the respect like we even paying customers. You know what I'm saying? We don't even get no customer service from these cats. You know what I'm saying? When we walk in the door, they just say, what the fuck you doing here? I don't do interview. You know, we don't get the same level of fucking respect. We customers, we paying customers. You know, take a, world-class customer service. Take something. We need some respect too. I see some of y'all giving Eddie Hearn respect and Frank Warren respect. You know what I'm saying? We need some respect too. You know? These motherfuckers, what kind of respect is that? Canelo versus, Rocky Fielding. What kind of respect is that to the fans? You could have fought anybody else, man. You could have fought me. And we could have made it poppin'. You know what I'm saying? Give me 3 months. I would have done better than that. I would have probably done some running. But shit, fuck it. I wouldn't have just stood there and got washed up. But it is what it is, man. I think I'm still I'm still trying to be positive about 2019. But I don't think it's gonna be any better than 2018. Okay, we got a Mikey Garcia and Spence. Okay, that's cool. We got these promoters out here. We got these promoters out here trying to pump up Spence. I mean, Garcia, because Spence don't need no pumping up. Everybody know that Spence is about it. He don't need no pumping up. He don't need nobody saying, well, this, that, and the third. He's sharpening his jab. He's looking good. Look at him. Put some oil on him. Look at the ads. And no, we don't need that. He doesn't need that. And if you look at it, why is they doing it for Mikey Garcia? Why is everybody talking about Mikey Garcia? Why is all these articles on World Boxing News, Boxing Scene, all this around is just talking about Mikey Garcia on how it's gonna be Spence's greatest test, on how this motherfucker is with Victor Conte working out on his fucking 5-day ab routine, his hip hop abs. Why is they talking about that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, you better, Freddie Russo, you better watch out, Mikey Garcia, because Freddie Russo, like, well, you better watch out because, Mikey Garcia ain't playing Spence. He's coming to knock you out, Spence. He ain't playing Spence. Like, come on, bruh. Like, we ain't trying to hear all that shit. Get in this motherfucking ring. Square up. You know what I'm saying? Lost Dawkins Peace said most boxers just want to be Yeah, most boxers want to be celebrities, but I don't think that's also I don't think that's necessarily true. But I think, like Lou said, man, a lot of these cats know about that shit. The risk to reward factors. A lot of these cats out there know this risk to reward factors. You know what I'm saying? And everybody want to nobody want to come up in professional boxing just to be around and not make no bread. Everybody wants to make some bread, but in order to make the bread, you got to pay your dues. To boxing, you got to pay your dues to these fans. These people need to get to know you. But the thing that fucks everything up is when these old media cats picks a boxer that hasn't fought anybody, that hasn't been tested and stuff like that, and put them on a pedestal and talks about them more than the fighters that's already there, that's already been established. That's the thing that hurts the most. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that fucks me up the most. You got a lot of cats out here that's been fighting and stuff like that. That's been putting their dues in. You know what I'm saying? Fighting who they promoter and who the fans want them seeing them fight and stuff like that, and just trying to make it in, trying to get in the top 20, trying to get into the top 15 of a division, and can't even get that. And the reason why they can't get that because these funky, janky ass promoters and these old media guys put the money behind certain fighters. And don't come and tell me that these networks ain't got nothing to do with it. These networks got everything and every bit to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, these networks, they Sky Sports got a whole news agency. They got news. They can push their own agendas. They can talk about Canelo. Vasily. They can do that. It's their motherfucking prerogative. But who the Triple G fought? And that motherfucker was getting more work in the media than anybody up over here. Than anybody. They tried to slide out Mayweather, but they couldn't even do that because Mayweather was too goddamn big for Mayweather was just too goddamn big. But they tried to slide Mayweather out the way. And look what happened. You know what I'm saying? Lost Dawkins P said Canelo versus Rocky Fielding got to be the biggest mismatch of the year. That was a joke. Yeah, it was more than a joke. Canelo wasn't mad because he was laughing all the way to the motherfucking bank. Rocky Fielding wasn't mad. Kind of stunk. Rocky Fielding wasn't mad because he laughed all the way to the bank too. Like Lost Dawkins P said, I like Mikey Garcia, but he's getting put in the hospital off Spence Jr. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. It's going to be, and you can tell. And the thing that gets me the most is like, I haven't read anything, dude. I haven't read anything on Spence saying anything about Mikey Garcia, really. I haven't what he walked around the gym saying he looked like a kangaroo, but he ain't even worried about him. This dude ain't even talking. This dude ain't even worried about him. This dude is in the gym, grinding. In the gym, motherfucking grinding, putting his work in, honing his craft, doing what a dota's supposed to do, doing what a professional boxer is supposed to do, and drinking some Hennessy. You know, my boy, you know the rumors out there. My boy loves to drink. You know what I'm saying? My boy loves to sip of that hen. You know what I'm saying? Or some C-Rock or some Jose Cuervos. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, hey, Laws, do you have to do it, man? That motherfucker be, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, come on, Brayden. Somebody needs to give him some weed. That probably level them shakes out, them quakes. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, can we all just get along? You know, for the betterment of boxing. You know, it's 2019. 2019, man. It's the beginning of 2019, man. It's never too late. It's never too late to turn around, baby. It's never too late to turn around. And for some of y'all channels out there, man, you know, even if you don't hear this, or if you do, I mean, if you do hear this, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's about, man. Can we all get along in 2019, man? Make these fights, man. Push these fights. Push these fights. You know what I'm saying? Push these fights. You know, and this is what needs to be happening for Matchroom Boxing. And the zone's sake, White and Miller. I mean, Anthony Joshua and Miller need to fight. After this Tyson Fury fight, if Tyson Fury wins, everybody needs to be saying Tyson Fury needs to fight AJ. If Deontay Wilder wins, everybody and their mama needs to be saying Deontay Wilder needs to fight AJ. And everybody needs to be in an agreement that it is a 50-50. If Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder does more than 3K, it is a 50-50. And we all need to be in agreement on this. It's the money amount, not the numbers. Not the ticks. It's the monetary amount. Because if they do 600,000 pay-per-views, if Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury too do 600,000 pay-per-views. The right thing to do, Matchroom Boxing, is to suck it up and say, okay, we will take that, and we'll also give a rematch. That's the only thing. That's the only right thing to do. Will be the only thing. But let me tell you something. If Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury did 600,000 pay-per-views, that'd mean 45,000 right there. That'd mean 45,000 right there. Right? Are you following me? I still don't think AJ would agree to 50-50. Still don't think he'd do. Well, AJ ain't going to agree with it, but Matchroom Boxing ain't going to agree with it. And that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? Because they won't see 300K versus what DAZN is going to bring. DAZN ain't going to bring them jack shit. DAZN ain't going to bring them jack shit. Hell, Showtime with a $10 a month subscription will bring in more than what DAZN is going to bring. Are you following me? It's going to bring more than them because they're not going to get no subscribers. Because the first month with DAZN is free. Or maybe they might switch it up for that month. Who knows? But like I'm saying, bruh, I think the winner of this Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, we all need to be in agreement on that person. That dude who wins that deserves 50-50 against AJ. That's just point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way. That's the only way we're gonna get AJ up out of it, up out of his duck corner, his duck zone, or whatever you want to call it. That's the only way. As if Deontay, the winner of that gets to 50-50. And you can't say it. And you know what? Why shouldn't he get 50-50? Why shouldn't the winner of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury get 50-50? Why shouldn't they? Can anybody out there come up with any ideas on why the winner of that fight shouldn't get 50-50 from AJ? Would it be because they don't have 3 belts? Would it be because they can't sell out? They didn't sell as many tickets? Would it be because the fight didn't generate as much money as they did, even though that'd be a flat lie, and we can't even say what it did because Matchroom Boxing and those UK broadcasters and stuff like that don't put out those numbers? Why would it? Would it be because AJ fought Klitschko? Would it be because AJ fought Parker and Povetkin as well? Would it be because of AJ can sell out Wembley Stadium? And would it be because of AJ is known more worldwide, even though that's something that you can't prove, because you can't talk about AJ without talking about Wilder and Tyson Fury and Dillian White. So you know what I'm saying? So how can you because Dillian White is his arch nemesis. So that's like talking about Superman not bringing up. I mean, that's like talking about like talking about Batman not bringing up the Joker or something like that. He got a whole bunch of enemies out there, but nah, that's a bad analogy. Like you know what I'm talking about. That's like talking about Superman not bringing up kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me, man. Like this whole back and forth with negotiations and stuff like that, and you could count Deontay Wilder's pockets, but you can't count you can't count AJ's, because yeah, I hear you too, Laws. Thanks, man. You can't count Anthony Joshua's pockets because all those are speculations. You know what I'm saying? All those are speculations. But I seriously think, man, if you ain't giving 50% now, and then what would you say? What would you say from the winner of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, from the winner of that? Well, then what would you say if AJ refuses to give them 50%? Then what would be the excuse? Would it be the excuse that that person is ducking AJ, or would the excuse be AJ is ducking that person? Like, what would be the narrative then? Would you still be behind your fighter? Would you still back Anthony Joshua if he won't give? Like, put it like this: if it comes out that Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury made as much money as Anthony Joshua versus Klitschko, if it comes out to be that, if it comes out to be that, then what? Then does that mean that you can't give Tyson Fury 50%? Well, you can't, because this pay-per-view numbers is mostly of those is Deontay Wilder's. But anyways, Deontay Wilder can't get 50%, huh? Even if it did close, give or take like 5 or 10 million, Deontay Wilder can't get close, can't get 50 million, because this would be his second biggest fight. See what I'm saying? That was the first one. This would be the second one. So when they collide, like butt cheeks, it gotta be bigger than that one. And even if it's not, at least it'd be a good gamble. It'd be a good gamble. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand these cats, man. Like how you gonna say that this guy is not known, but is known that he did 300K pay-per-view buys plus, totaling around 24-25 million. And 1.5 over there does 25 to 30 or whatever the case may be. How can you knock it? You want this over here. How can you knock it? You want some of these American pay-per-view numbers. How can you knock it? And then, you know, even Fanon heard that interview on the Boxing Voice today. Even though he would articulate it better than me, and that even said more than why you shouldn't even fucking listen to Eddie Hearn. World Breaker Fighter did a video today, said why you shouldn't listen to Eddie Hearn. And I did the same interview back a couple months ago. Eddie Hearn always asked for proof for funds. And then he came out and said he didn't. Why would you do that? Like, what would possess you to sit up there and know that you said it on multiple occasions and then flat out say something different later? Why would you do that? The reason why you would do that is because you don't care. It's because Eddie Hearn has a big ass media motherfucking machine. And his media machine works well out there in the UK, and he's trying to extend his media machine out here to the US, because his media machine allows him to lie, allow him to finagle his way through the truth on a day-to-day basis. He can say whatever he wants to, but his media machine will make sure that it doesn't matter. It doesn't. It makes sure it doesn't matter. If Al Heyman came out and said something stupid, motherfuckers will be on his neck quick in the LDBC. Quick. They'd probably give him a pass. Some people probably would give him a pass, but there's some that won't. Some people in the LDBC, you get no passes. Some people in the LDBC, they'll let a couple of them slide. They be like, I can't help you no more, partner. It's too much. Too much for me to handle. Lost Dawkins P, like you said before, it doesn't matter about the belts, the man that makes the belts, not the belt that makes the man. Yeah, and that's the thing. You don't get no percentage because of how many belts you got. Because how many belts you got don't correlate to what you get. How much money you make. They don't. You know what? The amount of belts you have correlates to how much money they're gonna take from you, how much money you're gonna lose every time you go in negotiations. Because every single belt is gonna be like, gimme, what they hand out, salivate. So fat ass people, motherfuckers like Marcelo Suleiman can eat in fancy ass restaurants. You let me tell you something. You mean to tell me when Y'all see them interviews with Marcelo Suleiman sitting in those nice ass fancy restaurants? Who the fuck you think is paying for that? We are. We paying for that. We paying for this motherfucker, this fat motherfucker to eat good. We paying for these motherfuckers for each one of these goddamn sanctioning belts. Each one of them to eat good. Each one of them. If you a paying customer, you paying for them motherfuckers to eat good. You paying for them motherfucking nice plush hotels, them private motherfucking jets, all that, and the bag of chips with the dip. Like my boy Keith Murray said. You know, check him out. You know what I'm saying? That's you know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers want to sit up over here and go back and forth on YouTube all day. You want to go back and forth on YouTube all day. But these motherfuckers are over here laughing their asses all the way to the bank. And some of this shit that we over here arguing back and forth with, they created it. They created some of this shit. They created some of this shit. Because YouTube is getting too big. YouTube, let me tell you how big YouTube is getting. You can't tell me that these Showtime, these HBO, shit. You got people that Kangaroo, Spence calling old boy Kangaroo, looking like Kangaroo Jack. He got that from the LDBC. The little photo. You know what I'm saying? You got English Muffin. I started that shit. Well, I think I did, but I don't think so. I think Blood Bloxon did, but we started that shit. We started saying English Muffin. Big Baby Miller saying it. English Muffin this, English Muffin that. They listen to us. We the best news that they got. And some of these motherfuckers in the LDBC can replace bitch ass motherfuckers like Stephanie A. Smith. Can replace some of these motherfuckers you see on Showtime, these ring announcers. Can replace I'll get my eyebrows fucking done. Miles Giannotti, plugged Miles Giannotti. I wear makeup and lip gloss, Paulie Malignani, whatever his name is. Shit, we pay these motherfucking bills around here. You know what I'm saying? And if motherfuckers want respect and stuff like that, they want to get these fights. They want to get these fights popping and stuff like that. You know what to do. And on that note, shout outs to the LDBC and everybody stay sucker free. I'm up out of here, man. I gotta get in that kitchen. I'll see y'all later, homie.